this video, I will tell you 3 things that when added to your resume will skyrocket your chances of landing a congressional internship. Why should you believe me? I myself landed a paid congressional internship 4 years ago in the halls of Congress, in Washington, D.C., yes, the capital of the United States. And I myself also graduated magna cum laude from my university. And I'm right now currently building an online community of students that are looking to attain the same opportunities you want. With that being said, if you see yourself as a future policymaker and you want to fast track that process, you want assistance, you want further details, or you just want my personal one-on-one assistance, I'm building the biggest online community on the internet towards landing these congressional opportunities. So you can just check that out in the first link in bio. Otherwise, stay tuned for the tips. You don't want to miss a third one. If you miss this one, this is the most overlooked thing that most students will not add to their resume, but that will cost them towards these internships. The number one thing you want to add is your university GPA, especially if over a 3.5. Now, the obvious indicator here is that for congressional internships, for the most part, it is a requirement to have a higher GPA, usually above a 3.0. Is that the end of the world? Not necessarily. I'm currently working on a video explaining step-by-step detail as to how you can apply with different GPAs towards congressional opportunities. But that's not the video I'm showcasing now. If you have above a 3.0, 3.5, add it to your resume because it showcases that you can get things done in a timely fashion. It showcases your discipline and it showcases your reliability on top of the requirement. Now there's a caveat here. Not everyone has the opportunities like everyone else, right? There are of course many people that have all the luxury of having all the time in the world to study, but maybe you are helping your family members. Maybe you're commuting to school. You have to work. You're paying for school out of pocket. There are certain things and privileges that other people have that unfortunately you can't attain all the time. And if that's the case, there is a video I'm making specifically for you, breaking down detail as to why your GPA does not make or break you. But if I'm going to speak about the people that do have a good GPA, that are thriving, and that can balance all these opportunities, that despite the obstacles, despite the mishaps of life, that you're still keeping up a really good GPA, you should put that on your resume and you should be proud of it. Number 2, extracurriculars. Whether this is Model United Nations, whether this is debate, whether this is mock trial, these are all things that you should be adding to your resume, especially when you're starting off college. Most people do not have all the experience in the world. Most people do not have all this high school experience. And even then, if you do have this high school experience, recruiters are not going to find that too significant as to the current present version of you. You want to constantly be proving to the recruiters that you are the person that was successful in high school. But that season has passed. It got you to college. It got you to scholarships. It probably got you the discipline and the person you've built yourself to be today, but it's unfortunately not going to cut it for most of these internships. You might as well start landing some of these leadership roles in these extracurriculars, prioritize them, focus on them, and make sure that these are added to your resume. And last but not least, number 3, these are things that a lot of students will overlook, and they may be discouraged to put them on their application because they don't think it is a good opportunity for them. And that is paid work experience. Now, when you think of paid work experience, that can be anything. You could have worked at for a law firm, you could have done an internship, you could have done this, you could have done that. Mind you, if you do have a legal opportunity, if you do have internship experience that is valuable, add that to your resume. It goes without saying. But this video is not going over the obvious things. It's going over the things that most students will overlook, especially the ones working hard, commuting to school, perhaps still living with their parents, coming from a minority background, that don't have the same opportunities as everybody else, right? These paid work experiences, whether it be in the service industry, whether it be in a fast food place, believe it or not, this can and will highlight your abilities towards landing these congressional opportunities. Yes, you landing these service jobs, these fast food jobs, can actually help you towards landing a congressional opportunity in Washington, D.C. And here's why. The reason why this is so valuable is because you're constantly communicating with others. You're working in a team environment, you're answering to a boss, and you're being accountable for something that is of high regard. That's something it is of high pressure situations, right? I believe it or not, working in Congress is not as high pressure on a time scale of minute to minute as usual fast food and service industries are. So whether it's speaking to somebody, getting their order, getting the hospitality out, make sure that you're doing the task well, that is all things that are going to correlate to the intern description towards these opportunities. In my personal life, I've met people that have had these opportunities and have landed the top legal programs, the top pre-law programs, the top internships, simply because they did not let their story be defined by what's on the resume. Nonetheless, whatever is on your resume, those are things that you should add. Your paid work experience, your extracurriculars, and your GPA. A combination of these things. You're the person that works hard, that balances tasks. So you're gonna have that good GPA, you're gonna have that work experience, and you're maybe gonna have one or two extracurriculars. But even if you don't, there's a combination of factors that help you land congressional opportunities. And if you are looking for a step-by-step detail as to think, okay, I have one of these, I have two of these, I have maybe three of these, or I don't have any of these, where do I start? Where do I begin? Do I have a chance? You have a chance. Depending on the timeline, you have a chance. Even if you graduate undergrad, in your master's degree, you can do a congressional internship. In your law school degree, you can do a congressional internship, believe it or not. There are a lot of people that go to big law firms, don't get me wrong, but I myself co-interned with a law school graduate, believe it or not. And I was just in my third year of university in Washington, D.C. So there's no limitations whatsoever, no matter what point you're at. If you're looking for that guide, if you're looking for that step-by-step plan, first link in description. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video. Peace out.